My goodness, it's great. I've had nothing but great memories here at UCLA, and everywhere I've gone on my journey, UCLA has always been in my heart. All the things that I've learned here, the friendships, the great coaches, so much good has happened for me that allowed me to go off into the world and do some things.
It seemed crazy to you that you were on the last UCLA team to win the Rose Bowl?
That seems pretty crazy. Knowing how many great athletes and great coaches have been here, it just shows you how tough it is. It's not easy. There's a lot of good competition out there, and it's really tough putting together a real good quality team year after year. And I think we're about due. We're about due to make some new memories in the Rose Bowl.
Does campus seem the same at all, or is it? I mean, a lot has changed, obviously.
Right.
But
a lot has changed in the athletic area. But when you get back in the academic world, there's not a whole lot different on there. Once you get on the campus, you get a lot of memories. When I'm around here, everything's changed so much. It's not as many memories here because it's different. But when I get back into the campus, a lot of good memories.
Where was your practice field?
It was here, but it was smaller. It went kind of north and south. We didn't have the big, nice new facilities. It was a lot different, and the feeling was a lot different. But at the same time, the same area. It's in the same general area.
How's recruiting changed since the last time you were doing this at college level?
In 2009, I was recruiting from 2003 to 2009 at the other school. It's just changed in the fact that some things that were important to the recruits then, the number one thing to make them decide where to go is much differently now. So it's just a matter of understanding what they're looking for and what is what's the main thing for them in their making this decision.
From a rule standpoint, is it easier, tougher now?
For recruiting?
Yeah.
Well, you still have to recruit. You still have to make a connection with the player. You still have to find the right guy for your system. But it's just a lot more variables. There's a lot more other things involved. They won't choose you just because of the connection. They have a lot more other distractions to help them in their decision.
As an alum, how does it change your approach when you're recruiting guys to UCLA versus that other school?
Well, as an alum, you have a certain personal connection to the school that you're recruiting from, which is your alumni. You know what it feels like. You know what it's supposed to be like. You have the personal touch. You've walked the Bruin walk, and you sat in the classrooms. You've been coached by the coaches and been taught by the teachers, and you've had such a positive experience that you're speaking from experience as opposed to speaking what it should be like. You've walked it and talked it and lived it yourself, so it makes it much more authentic.
How did this kind of come about? Did you reach out to Coach Kelly, or did he reach out to you, or how did this kind of come together?
It was just kind of a mutual thing. Obviously, I'm from the area, was raised here, and it came at perfect time. But at the same time, this is something that we both wanted, and I'm very grateful that Coach Kelly gave me the opportunity to come back. Very grateful.
You've always kept a house in Southern California, is that right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
And then looking at some of your guys, Darius Muasau coming in as a transfer.
Yes.
What have you seen out of him so far?
So exciting of a young player. Really smart, really fast, tough, has a good, mean attitude, very coachable, loves football, and he wants to improve. Anytime you have all those variables and all those different traits in a linebacker, you got a real good chance to be good.
And then another guy, it seems like, is kind of taken to everything is Kane Medrano. What have you seen out of him?
Oh, same. Loves ball, loves studying, loves improvement, very athletic, really smart, and he wants to compete. And he wants to really get better every time he comes out. He wants to really, he and Darius come together and they try to really push each other. And that's really good to see. Of all the great linebackers I've been able to work with, there are certain common traits that they have, and those two share those common traits.
Thanks, Coach.